I think people of Bristol are really noticing now that there is a significant presence in Bristol, across Bristol West and beyond into the other seats that we're fighting.
And you'll know that this Green surge in Bristol West absolutely mirrors what's happening nationally. It's so exciting to see Green Party membership having gone from around 12 or 15,000 a year ago up to 58,000 now. And people are coming to the Green Party because they want an alternative to the stale politics as usual. They want a visionary alternative that is practical as well. And I think more and more people are looking at our policies, they like what they see, and they're coming to join us. There's that wonderful website, Vote for Policies, where people are encouraged to vote blind for a set of policies, and then the website calculates which policies are associated with which party. And the Green Party wins on that hands down time and time again, because our policies are popular policies as well. And what we can do here in Bristol West is to give a real platform for those policies. And having a candidate as brilliant as Darren, having all of you behind us there too, that really does mean that we can win this seat and we can get another Green voice in Parliament, which would be brilliant. And you all know just how important that Green voice is. I'm proud that the Green Party is such a strong voice against austerity. What I see in my weekly surgeries in Brighton are people that are being literally pushed not to the edge but over the edge. You know, the way in which this austerity programme has hit the poorest hardest, it's hit women most of all, the hated bedroom tax, the welfare cap, the kind of rhetoric against people with disabilities, the rhetoric against migrants. You know, I am proud that the Green Party is standing up so strongly to speak out for minorities that otherwise you feel that politics as usual is just ignoring really, or worse. So we need that Green voice to challenge austerity, to show that there is another way forward, that the best way out of austerity isn't to be throwing people out of their jobs, but actually to be investing jobs, getting people back into work, getting their taxes back into the revenue. All of the economic experts actually are on our side on that one. They're saying that George Osborne's policies are not only socially damaging, they are economically illiterate as well. So we're there as the party of anti-austerity, but we're there obviously also centrally because we're the party of the environment. And, you know, I don't know about you, but it's just been extraordinary that there has been no discussion of the environment or climate change in the election campaign so far. This is the greatest threat that we face, climate change. And it's not just Greens who are saying that. From the UN downwards, people are saying that. And yet, where is that as an issue in this campaign? And we are the only party that is putting that on the agenda, not in a scaremongering way, but in a way to say, look, you can tackle the climate crisis and you can create jobs, you can pull people out of fuel poverty. There are so many win-wins out there of tackling the climate crisis. So we have a positive vision of 1 million green jobs that could take us out of that crisis as well. And then finally, there are all of the social policies too, and I want to just talk about two of them. One is the importance of keeping the NHS truly public. Yeah. And again, the Green Party is the only party that's talking about that. Ed Miliband is still saying we're talking about restrictions on the private sector. We are saying we do not want public money in our NHS services going to private companies. End of. One of our other really popular policies, and I had a private member's bill to achieve this, is about bringing rail back into public ownership as well. How much sense does it make to be basically spending an extra £1 billion a year on a fragmented rail system, which is meaning that our costs of rail in this country are some of the highest in Europe and the services are some of the poorest? You know, we have a vision about how you could bring those private franchises back into public hands as they expire. And that wouldn't cost us money, it would actually save us money, and it would give us a better rail system where the profits aren't being siphoned off into the pockets of private shareholders. So our policies are practical, they are popular, but they also have a bit of vision as well. We're not getting into the mudslinging of the other parties, we're being visionary and offering an alternative. And that's why all of you being here today is so important. And I just want to restate what Darren said about the difference each and every one of you can make, because elections are won and lost, you know, by the number of conversations that you have on the doorsteps. That means that even if you don't much like canvassing, well, go along with a friend, have the idea of nipping off to the pub afterwards to make yourself feel better, but just get out there and do it. It's got to be done. If we don't win this seat by 100 votes or something, just think how you'll feel. And we've got your addresses, so we can make sure that you know how you're going to feel. So please, I just want to reinforce that plea. You've got an amazing candidate, you've got an amazing campaign, you've now got an amazing shop as well. Everything's going in your favour. Just for the next 4 weeks, if you can just suspend everything else and just be out there and campaign, it'll be wonderful. So thank you so much, and all the very, very best to Darren.